Something nobody warned me about when I started on hormone replacement therapy was the potential effect it could have on my voice. Now, I learned through HRT about virilization and that people can virilize really easy. I'm one of those people that can virilize really easy. So I don't even take very much testosterone, but even the slightest amount does have an effect. But no one really suspected that at the low dose that I was doing that it would affect my vocal cords. And so they didn't really say that that was even a possibility. And it wouldn't be that big of a deal, except that I used to sing. I was a vocal performance major, and I don't sing now, like I don't sing professionally. But if I had been a professional singer, going on HRT would have ruined my career. Kind of giving this warning to anyone out there who is a singer, does and sings either for a hobby, is in a choir, makes their living singing. Be careful when you start HRT. Be careful when you start HRT because it can have an effect. And it's more than just dropping your voice by like lowering of your voice. A lot of people think, oh, it just lowers your voice. But for me, it had a very tightening and restrictive effect on my vocal cords. And so there are just certain things that my voice isn't like I can't even really sing along with the radio anymore. I really miss being able to sing. And at one point, the change in my vocal cords, it wasn't like, again, it wasn't just a vocal drop, it was like a tightening, and it was actually becoming painful. And that partly was due to the fact that I wasn't receiving enough estrogen. Once we started to include enough estrogen, that helped. And actually, to be honest, for a while, I tried to go off the testosterone, which did help, but it didn't fully repair all of the damage. But then I was also just so miserable with my menopause symptoms because I couldn't sleep more than an hour and a half at a time. I was just having this night sweats, like terrible. I had terrible anxiety. There was just so much going wrong when I tried not to do the hormone replacement therapy. So I did go back on, and I'm on all the stuff. I'm on testosterone, I'm on progesterone, I'm on estrogen, and I'm on a pretty high dose of estrogen and a pretty low dose of testosterone, and it still has an effect on my voice. And there is permanent damage done. Now I don't have as much of the tightening, and I don't have the pain that I had, but there was an interruption in my medication, so I have not been on my estrogen for the last couple weeks, and I can tell. I can tell right away with my vocal cords that I am not getting the estrogen that I need. And they are expediting it to me, thank God. This is just a PSA. Hormone replacement therapy is a game changer. It's great. I will be on it for my menopause symptoms. And I didn't start on HRT to like enhance my performance as a bodybuilder. I really would be on it regardless if I was competing or not because I was so miserable with menopause symptoms. So it's something that I've chosen to be on for that. And again,